Maud and Noon, 3 and 4, it's with 2 girls more, 5 and 6, is 7 and 8, Clara and Caroline. Tick-tock, wind up the clock and we'll start the day all over again. Hello, Osborne. The fellas arriving?
Yes, they're just coming in.
Splendid. Have a drink.
Thanks.
Don't have too much water. They made it rather strong today.
I wonder what it is that they put in the water.
Some sort of disinfectant, I suppose.
I'd rather have the microbes, wouldn't you?
I would, yes.
Well, Ciara.
Ciara. Excuse my sock, won't you?
Certainly. It's a nice-looking sock.
It is rather, isn't it? Guaranteed to keep the feet dry. Trouble is, it gets so wet doing it.
Stanhope's asked me to come and take over. He's looking after the men coming in.
Splendid. Oh, you know, I'm awfully glad you've come.
Yes, I heard it was a quiet bit of line-up here.
Well, yes, in a way, but, well, you never know, do you? Sometimes nothing happens for hours on end, and then all of a sudden, oh, here she comes! Rifle grenades, minis! Those horrible things like pineapples, you know the ones.
Yes, I know.
Simply blew us to bits yesterday. Minis, 3 of them. Right in the trench.
Too much damage?
Awful. Dugout got blown up, it came right down the men's tea.
I know, there's nothing worse than dirt in your tea.
Really am glad you've come. I'm not simply being polite. You know the big German attack's expected any day now?
It's been expected for the last month.
But it's very near now. There's fine things happening around Bosch country. Been out listening at night when it's quiet. More transport than usual. Can you hear rattling up and down the Parbe all night? More trains in the distance, popping up and then going away again, bringing more and more men.
Yes, it's coming. Won't be long now.
Are you here for 6 days?
Yeah.
Expect you shall get it then. Right in the neck.
Well, you won't be far behind. Come on, let's do this handing over. Where's your map?
Let's see. Here we are. We hold 200 yards of front line here. We've got a Lewis gun here, and this little sap, and another one here. Essentially close to where the crosses are.
Where do the men sleep?
I don't know, the Sergeant Major sees to that. 7th is signalist, even there. 2 officers in here, and 3 in there. That's if you've got 5 officers.
Well, we've got 4 at present. But a new man comes up tonight. He arrived at transport lines a day or 2 ago.
Hope you have better luck than I did with my last man. Caught Beagon the first night I had to go home. Now he's got a job lecturing young officers on life on the front line.
Yes. They do send some funny fellows out here these days. I hope we're lucky and get a youngster straight from school. They're the kind that do the best.
I suppose they are, really.
5 beds, you say? Is this the best one?
That one? Oh, no. That one's mine. The ones in the other dugout haven't got any bottoms to them. You keep yourself in by hanging your arms and legs over the side. Don't hang your legs too, though, or rats will gnaw your boots.
Got many rats here?
Well, I should say. About 2 million. I don't see them all, though. Well, anything else you want to know?
You haven't told me anything yet.
Well, what else is there?
What about your trench stores?
Oh, God, you are a fussy old man, aren't you? Someone would think you were in the army or something. Here we are. You've got 150 rifle grenades. I wouldn't use them if I were you. They upset Jari and make them offensive. Besides, they're rusty in any case. It's 500 mils bombs, 34 gun boots.
That's 17 pairs.
No. That's 25 right leg and 9 left leg. It was all down there.
Did you check this when you took over?
No, I expect the Sergeant Major sorted that. It's quite all right.
I expect Stanhope will want to see you before he goes. He likes a word with the company commanders he's relieving.
How is the dear young chap? Still drinking like a fish as usual.
Why would you say that?
Well, damn it, it's just the natural thing to ask about Stanhope. Poor old man. It's be awful for you being his second in command, and you such a quiet, sober old thing.
He's by a long way the best company commander we've got.
No, he's a good chap, and I never did see a youngster put away whiskey the way he does. You know, last time we were out resting in Valence, well, he came to supper with us and drank a whole bottle in 1 hour 14 minutes. We timed him.
Yes, I suppose it amused everybody. I suppose everybody cheered him on and said what a splendid achievement it was.
He didn't want any cheering on.
No, but everyone thought it was the big thing to do, didn't they?
Well, you can't help admiring a fellow who could do that. I think he'd pick out his own hat afterwards and walk home.
When a young lad like Stanhope gets a reputation out here for drinking, he becomes like a freak show exhibit. People will pay him with a bottle of whiskey just for the morbid curiosity of watching him drink it.
Naturally, you're biased. You're the one who puts him to bed when he comes home.
It rather reminds me of bear baiting, or cockfighting. Sitting, watching a boy drink himself unconscious.
Well, it's dull without something round about here to liven people up. And Stanhope really is a sort of freak show. I mean, it's jolly fascinating to see the way he drinks. Glass after glass. He didn't go home on last week, did he?
No.
I bet he didn't think he was fit enough to eat in a park. You know, his father's vicar of a country village.
Yes, I know.
Imagine Stanhope spending his leave sipping tea in a country vicarage. He spent his last week in Paris, didn't he?
Yes.
Bet that was some leave.
Do you know how long he's been out here?
Good time, I know.
3 years. He came straight from school as a youngster at 18. He's commanded this company for a year in and out of the front line. Never had a rest.
I know, he's a
Other men will come out here and then go home sick, but Stanhope goes on sticking it month in, month out.
Yes, I know, he's a jolly good fellow.
I've seen him on his back all day with trench fever, then on duty all night.
Yes, he's a splendid chap.
And because he goes on sticking it, he gets a reputation as a drunkard.
Not a drunkard, just a heavy drinker. You're right about his nerves, though. They are all to blazes. Last time out resting, we were playing bridge or something, and something happened. I can't remember what. Silly little argument or something. Well, all of a sudden he stood up and knocked the glasses off the table. Lost control of himself. And he sort of came to and he cried.
Yes, I know.
Hear about it?
He told me.
They tried to hush it up. It shows the state she's in. You know, Osborne, you ought to be commanding this company.
Rubbish.
Of course you ought. It's next out of mine. I know he's got pluck and all that, but doubt man, you're twice his age, and think what a dear, level-headed old chap you are.
Don't be an ass. He was out here before I even joined up. His experience alone makes him worth a dozen men like me.
You know as well as I do, you ought to be commanding this company.
There's not a man who can touch him as a commander of men. He'll lead a battalion one day and...
Yes, if.
You don't know him like I do. I love that fellow. I'd go to hell for him.
You dear, sentimental chap.
Come on, let's finish handing over and stop blithering.
There's nothing else to do.
What about your logbook?
God, you are a worker. Here we are. Here's an up-to-date. Here's my last entry. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. All quiet. German airmen flew over trenches. Shot a rat.
Did he?
No, I shot the rat, you ass. Finish up your whiskey. I'm going to pack up my mug. Leave that last drop at the bottom.
Thanks.
There we are. Doing every inch the soldier.
Yes, and I should get quite a fright if I were a German soldier and I met you coming round the corner.
I should bloody well answer.
I shouldn't be able to run away for laughing.
Don't be rude. Well, I'm done. Still at it.
What is?
Why, that earring. It's been running around that candle since tea time. Must have done a mile.
I wouldn't hang around here if I were a newbie.
No, should I? I'd go home. Ever had earwig races?
No.
Jolly good fun. We had them every evening.
What are the rules?
Well, you each get an earwig and you start them in a line. And the word go, you dig them in the ribs and then guide them across the table with a match. I won 10 francs last night. Had a splendid earwig. I'll give you a tip.
Yes.
Promise not to let it go any further.
Yeah.
If you want to get the best pace out of an earwig, dip it in whiskey. Makes it go like hell.
Right. Thanks awfully.
Well, must be off. Cheer up.
Bye-bye.
1 and 2, it's with board and loom. 3 and 4, it's with 2 girls more.
Excuse me, sir, can I lay supper?
Yes, do.
Thank you, sir.
What are you going to tempt us with tonight, Mason?
Soup, sir. Cutlets and pineapple.
Cutlets?
Well, sir. Well, yes, sir. Cutlets.
What sort of cutlets?
Now, sir, you've got me. I shouldn't like to commit myself too deep, sir.
Ordinary ration meat?
Yes, sir, ordinary ration meat. But a new shape, sir. Smells like liver, but I've got that smooth, wet look that liver's got.
This is C Company headquarters, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Better go down then, sir.
Oh, yes, right.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Are you the new officer?
Yes, I've been to battalion headquarters. They told me to report here.
No. Good. We've been expecting you. Have a seat, won't you?
Thanks.
I should take your pack off. Will you have a drink?
Well...
You don't drink whiskey.
Oh, yes, just a small one, please, sir.
The whiskey takes away the taste of the water,
Oh, yes.
and the water takes away the taste of the whiskey. There you are. Just out from England?
Yes, I landed a week ago.
Boulogne?
Yes. Well, here's luck, sir.
Good luck. Cigarette?
Thanks.
Ever been out in the line before?
Oh, no, you see, I only finished school at the end of last summer term.
I expect it's a bit strange for you.
Yes, it is a bit.
Well, my name's Osborne. I'm second in command of the company. You only need to call me sir in front of the men.
Oh, I see, thanks.
You'll find the other officers call me uncle.
Oh.
And what's your name?
Oh, Raleigh.
I knew a Raleigh once. A master at rugby.
Oh. You may be a relation, I don't know, I've got lots of uncles and things like that.
But we've just moved into these trenches. Captain Stanhope commands.
I know, it's a frightful bit of luck.
Why? Do you know him?
Rather, we were at school together. At least, of course, I was just a kid, he was one of the big fellas. He's 3 years older than I am.
He's out in the line at the moment looking after the relief. He's a splendid chap.
Isn't he? He was skipper of rugger at Broughton and kept wicket for the 11. Jolly good bat, too.
You play rugby and cricket.
Yes. Of course, I wasn't in the same class as Dennis. I suppose I ought to call him Captain Stanhope.
Just Stanhope.
I see, thanks.
Did you get your colours?
I did for rugby. Not cricket.
Rugby and cricket seem a long way from here.
I do, rather.
We play soccer a bit when we're not on the line.
Oh, good.
So, you were at school with Stanhope. I wonder if he'll recognise you. I expect you've grown in the last 3 years.
Oh, I think he'll remember me. You see, it wasn't only that we were just at school together. Our fathers were friends, and Dennis used to stay with us in the holidays. Of course, at school I didn't see much of him, but in the holidays we were terrific pals.
He's a fine company commander.
I bet he is. Last time he was on leave, he came down to the school. He just got his MC and been made captain. He looks splendid. Sort of made me feel...
Keen?
Yes. I was frightfully keen to get out here. I was frightfully keen to get into Dennis's regiment. I thought, with a bit of luck, I could get into the same battalion.
It was a big fluke to have got the same company.
Yes. When I was at the base, I did an awful thing, you see. My uncle works at the base. He has to detail officers to regiments.
General Raleigh.
Yes. I went to see him on the quiet and asked him if he could get me into this battalion. He nearly bit my head off and told me to be treated like everybody else.
Yes?
And the next day, I was told I was coming to this battalion. Funny, wasn't it?
Yes. Extraordinary coincidence.
And when I got up to battalion headquarters and they told me to report to C Company, I could have cheered. I expect Dennis to be frightfully surprised to see me. I've got a message for him.
From the colonel?
No, from my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, well, Dennis used to stay with us on the holidays, and naturally my sister, well, perhaps I don't know.
That's all right. I didn't actually know that Stanhope was...
They're not officially engaged.
No?
She'll be frightfully glad I'm with him. I can write and tell her all about it. He doesn't say much in his letters. Can we write often?
Yes, letters are collected every day.
You don't suppose Dennis will mind my sort of forcing myself into his company, do you? I never thought of it like that. I was so keen.
No. No, of course not. You say it's been a long time since you saw him last.
Let's see. It was in the summer last year, nearly a year ago.
You must remember, Raleigh. He's been out here a long time. It tells on a man rather badly.
Yes, of course, I suppose it does.
You may find he's a little quick-tempered.
Oh, I know old Dennis's temper. I remember once at school, he called some fellows in an office with a bottle of whiskey. Lord, the roof nearly blew off. He gave them a dozen each with the cricket stuff. He was so keen on the fellows in the house keeping fit. He was frightfully down on smoking, that sort of thing.
Well, he's been out here a long time. He's commanded this company through all sorts of rotten times. It's a big strain on the man.
It must be.
If you notice a difference in Stanhope, you'll know it's just the strain.
Yes.
Well, we've got 5 beds here. That's 1 each. 2 in here and 3 in that dugout there. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for the others to come and pick what beds they want.
Right.
Do you have a blanket?
Yes, it's in my pack.
I should wait to unpack when you know where you're sleeping.
Right.
We don't undress when we're in the line. You can take your boots off every now and again during the daytime, but it's better to stay pretty well dressed always.
I see, thanks.
I expect we shall each do 3 hours on duty at a time, and then 6 off. We'll all go on duty at stand 2. That's at dawn and dusk.
Yes.
I expect Stanhope will send you up with one of us to begin with, till you get used to it.
Are we in the front line?
No, that's the support line outside. The front line is 50 yards further on.
How frightfully quiet it is.
Yes, it's often quiet like that.
I thought there'd be an awful row here all the time.
Most people think that.
I've never known anything as quiet since trenching became right. Just now and then a rifle fire, and like the ranger busy, and a sort of rumbling in the distance.
Yes, that's the big guns up north, up Whiter's way. The big guns are always firing up there. It's never quiet like this. I expect it's very strange for you.
It's not exactly what I thought, it's just this quiet that seems so funny.
You thought it would be fighting all the time.
Well, yes, in a way.
Did you come over the top tonight, or by trench?
Oh, by trench. An amazing trench, turning and twisting for miles and miles over a sort of plain.
Lance's Alley, that's called.
Is it? It's funny the way it begins, in that ruined village. A few steps down into the cellar of a house, and then right under the house, and through a little garden. And then onto the garden wall, and alongside an enormous ruined factory place. And then miles and miles of plains with those green lights bobbing up and down ahead, all along the front as far as you can see.
Those are the Bearie lights. Both sides fire them up over no man's land so that you can watch for raids and patrols.
I knew they fired lights, but didn't expect to see so many from so far.
I know. There's something terribly romantic about it all.
Yes, I thought that too.
You must always think of it like that if you can. As romantic. It helps.
You expect the captain soon, sir? The soup's hot.
We ought to be here very soon now, miss. No, this is Mr. Raleigh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I've had rather an unpleasant surprise, sir.
No. What's happened?
You know that tin of pineapple junks I got, sir?
Yeah.
Well, sir, I'm sorry to say, it's apricots.
Good heavens. That must have given you quite a turn.
I distinctly said pineapple chunks at the canteen.
Wasn't there a label on the tin?
No, sir. I pointed that out to the man. I said, was he certain it were pineapple chunks?
And I suppose he said he was.
Yes, sir. He said a leopard can't change its spots.
What have leopards got to do with pineapples?
That's just what I thought, sir. Made me think there was something fishy about it. You see, sir, I know the captain can't stand the sight of apricots. He said next time we had them, he'd wring me neck.
Well, haven't you got anything else?
There's a pink blancmange I've made, sir. But it isn't anywhere near stiff yet.
Never mind. We shall just have to have the apricots and risk it.
Only I thought I'd tell you, sir, so as the captain wouldn't blame me.
All right, miss.
Did you see silent paper?
That sounds like the captain now.
I'll go and dish out the soup, sir.
In the kitchen sink.
Your life sergeant there.
Whoa!
Has Hardy gone yet?
Oh, yes, he's just back.
Like if only did. Had a few words to say to Master Hardy about the state those fellas left their trenches in. Dugouts smell like cesspits, damp bombs, rusty rifle grenades. It's perfectly fact. Where are the servants?
Oh, they're just in there.
Hi, Mason!
Come in, sir. Just bring the soup, sir.
Oh, damn the soup! Bring some whiskey!
There's a new officer, Stanhope, just arrived.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you in this miserable light.
Hello, Stanhope.
How did you get here?
I was told to report to your company, Stanhope.
I see. Rather coincidence.
I say, Stanhope, it's a terrible affair. We thought we'd a tin of pineapple chunks. Turns out to be apricots.
Oh, give me apricots every time. I ate pineapple chunks. Too plum and sickly for me.
I'm awfully glad I got to your company, Stanhope.
How did you get here?
Well, I've just come.
He came up with the transport while you were looking after the men coming in.
I see. Come along then. You better sit there, Raleigh.
Right, sir.
Uncle, have a seat. Thank you. Thank you, Mason.
You Raleigh?
Yes.
I'm Trotter.
Oh, yes.
Well, how are you?
All right.
Been out here before?
No.
Feel a bit odd, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, don't worry. You'll soon get used to it. You'll feel like you've been here a year in about an hour's time.
Thank you, Mason. What kind of soup is this, Mason?
It's yellow soup, sir.
Yes, it's got a very deep yellow flavour.
It wants some pepper, Mason. Bring pepper.
I'm very sorry, sir. When the mess box was packed, the pepper was omitted, sir.
Oh, I say, but damn it!
We must have pepper. It's a disinfectant.
Must have pepper in soup.
Why was it mixed, Mason?
It was missed, sir.
Why?
Well, sir, I left it to...
Then I advise you never to leave it to anyone else again. Unless you want to rejoin the rest of your platoon up there.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Send one of the signals.
Yes, sir. Bert, you're wanted!
Do you know your company headquarters?
Yes, sir.
Go there at once and ask Captain Willis with my compliments if he can lend me a little pepper.
Very good, sir.
A screw of pepper you asked for.
We must have pepper.
I mean, after all, war's bad enough with pepper, but war without pepper is bloody awful.
What's it like up there?
Oh, quiet as an empty house. There's a nasty noise going up north, though.
Wipers, I expect. I heard there's something rotten going on out there. I wish I knew more about what was going on.
So do I. Still, my wife reads the papers every morning, writes and tells me.
Hardy said they had a lively time here yesterday. 3 big minis right in the trench.
I know, and they left the blooming holes for us to fill in.
Thank you, Mason.
What's this?
It's meat, sir.
I know that. What sort?
A sort of cutlet, sir.
Sort of cutlet, is it? You know, Mason, there's cutlets and there's cutlets.
I know, sir. That one's a cutlet.
Well, it won't let me cut it.
No, sir?
There! That's a joke, Mason!
All right, sir.
There's some sort of ruin on this map, out in no man's land, just in front of it. Beauvoir Farm.
Oh, that's what we saw sticking up, Skipper. I wonder what it were.
Better go out and look at it tonight.
I expect a nasty gem will pop out of it and go, "Och de Kaiser!" I hate ruins in no man's land.
There's only about 60 yards of no man's land here. Narrower on the left. In front of this sap, only about 50.
Cheer up, Skipper. Do not glum.
I'm tired.
I should turn in and get some sleep after supper.
I've got too much work to do.
I can do the duty roll and see the sergeant major and all that.
That's all right. I'll see. Trotter goes on duty directly as at supper. You better go on with him to learn.
Right.
Look here, Skipper. It's nearly 8 now. Can we make it 1/2
No, I told Hibbert he would leave at 8. Will you take from 11 till 2, Uncle?
Right.
Hibbert can do from 2 till 4, and then I'll go on from then till stand 2. That'll be at 6.
Well, boys, here we are for 6 days again. 6 blooming eternal days. Oh, that's that's 144 hours. That makes 8,640 minutes. That don't seem so bad. We've had 20 of them already. Oh, I've got an idea. I'm going to draw 144 little circles on a bit of paper, and every hour I'm going to black one in. That'll make the time go right.
Well, it's nearly 8 now. You better go up and relieve Hibbert, then you can come back at 11 o'clock and black in 3 of your bloody little circles.
But I haven't had any apricots yet.
We'll keep them until you get back.
Oh, I never knew anything like a war for upsetting meals. I'm always down for duty in the middle of one.
That's because you never stop eating.
Anyhow, let's have some coffee. Oi, Mason, coffee!
Come in, sir.
Well, I'll get dressed. Come on, Raleigh. Just wear a belt with your revolver case on it. Must have your revolver to shoot rats. And your gas mask. Where it's all tucked up on your chin like a serviette. That's right, like. And your arm. That's it. And you don't want no walking stick. It gets in your way if you have to run fast.
Why, you have to run fast.
Oh, Lord, often. You see a mini coming? That's a big trench mortar shell. You know, short for Mini-Werfer. You see him come right out of the Bosch trenches, right up in the air, and then down, 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 and you have to judge it right. And run like the stink sometimes.
Coffee, sir.
Oh, tar, Mason.
Thanks.
Oh, you might leave the apricots out, Mason. Put them on a separate plate and keep them in there.
Very good, sir.
If you bring him in here, you don't know what might happen to him.
No, sir.
B company on our right, aren't they, Skipper?
Yes, there's 50 yards of undefended area between. You better patrol that a good deal.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have a look at that lowest gun position on the left. See what field of fire they've got.
Aye, aye, sir. You don't want me to go look at that blinking ruin, do you?
I'll see to that.
Good, I don't fancy crawling about on my stomach off that cutlet. Well, come on, my lad. Let's go see about this here war, eh? Oh.
Will you take apricots, sir?
No thanks, Mason.
Mr. Osborne?
Thank you.
I'm sorry about them being apricots, sir. I explained to Mr. Osborne.
It's all right, Mason. Thank you.
Very good, sir.
You take this one. It was Hardy's bed.
No, I'd much rather sleep here so I can get up and work at the table without disturbing.
This is the better one.
You take it. Must have some comfort in your old age.
I wish you'd turn in and get some sleep.
Sleep. I can't sleep. Well, Hibbert, how's it going up there?
Everything's fairly quiet, sir. A bit of sniping somewhere to our left, some rifle grenades coming over just on our right.
Very good. Mason's got your supper.
Afraid I won't manage supper tonight, Stanhope. It's this beastly neuralgia. It seems to be right inside this eye. Pain just gets worse and worse every day.
Well, some hot soup and a good tough chop will soon put that right.
I'm afraid the pain rather takes my appetite away. Oh, I'm damn sorry to keep on talking about it. I just thought you'd wonder why I don't eat anything much.
Just try and forget about it.
I wish I could.
Get time.
I think I'll turn in straight for a rest and try and get some sleep.
All right. Turn in. You're in that dugout there. Here's your pack. You go on duty at 11. I'll tell Mason to call you.
Right. Thanks, Stanhope. Cheerio.
Ciara.
Oh. Can I borrow a candle?
You are.
Thanks.
Another little worm trying to wriggle his way home.
I wonder if he really is bad. He looks rotten.
Pure bloody funk, that's all. He could eat if he wanted to. He's starving himself purposefully, the artful little swine. Neuralgia's a splendid idea. No proof as far as I can see.
You can't help feeling sorry for him. I think he's done well.
How long's he been out here? 3 months, I suppose. Now he's decided he's done with me. He's decided to go home and spend the rest of the war in comfortable nerve hospitals. Well, I let Warren get away like that, but no more.
I don't see how you can prevent a fellow from going sick.
I'll have a quiet word with the doctor before he does. He thinks he's going to sneak off before the German attack. We'll just see about that. No man of mine's going sick before the attack. They're going to take an equal chance together.
Raleigh seems a nice chap.
Yes.
Good-looking youngster. At school with you, wasn't he?
Has he been talking already?
He just mentioned it. Perfectly natural when he knew you were in command. He seems awfully pleased to have got into your company. Seems to think a lot of you.
Yes. I'm his hero.
Perfectly natural.
You think so?
Yeah. Small boys at school often have their heroes.
Yes, small boys at school often do.
Often it goes on.
As long as the hero's a hero.
Often it goes on all through life.
I wonder, how many battalions are there in France?
Why?
We'll say 50 divisions. Now that would make 150 brigades, 450 battalions. That's 1,800 companies. There are 1,800 companies in France, Uncle. Raleigh might have been sent to any one of those, and my God, he comes to mind.
You ought to be glad. He's a good-looking youngster. I like him.
I knew you liked him. Personality, isn't it? I've never shown you that before, have I?
No. Raleigh's sister, isn't it?
Yes. How did you know?
There's a strong likeness.
Suppose there is.
She's an awfully nice-looking girl.
The photo doesn't show much, really. Just her face.
She looks awfully nice. You're a lucky chap.
I don't know why I keep it, really.
Why? Isn't she? No, I thought,
And what did you think?
well, I thought she was perhaps waiting for you.
Yes. She is waiting for me. She thinks I'm a wonderful chap commanding a company. She doesn't know that if I went up those steps into the front line without being doped with whiskey, I'd go mad with fright.
Look here, old man. I've been meaning to say this for a long time, but it sounds like damned impudence. You've been out here longer than any man in the battalion. It's time we went away for a rest. It's due to you.
You suggest that I go sick? Like that little worm in there. Neuralgia in the eye.
No, not like that. The colonel would have sent you down long ago,
Only what?
only he can't spare you.
Oh, rot.
He told me.
It's all right. I'll stick it out now. It may not be much longer. I mean, I've had my share of luck. More than my share. There's not a man left who was here when I came. But it's rather damnable for that boy, of all the boys in the world, to have come to me. I might at least have been spared that.
You're looking at things in a rather black sort of way.
I just told you, that boy's a hero worshipper. I'm 3 years older than he is. You know what that means at school life. I was skipper of rubber and all that sort of thing. It doesn't sound much to a man out here, but it did at school with a kid of 14.
I've just told you what I think of hero worship.
His father knew mine. I was told to keep an eye on the kid. I rather like the idea of it at first. I made him keen on all the right sort of things, all that. His people asked me to stay with them, so I met his sister then.
Yeah.
Well, at first, I saw her as just another kid like Raleigh. It was only before I came out here for the first time that I realized what a topping girl she was. Funny how you realize it suddenly like that. I just prayed to come through the war and do things and keep absolutely fit for that.
Oh, you've done pretty well for yourself. An MC and a company.
Well, it was all right at first. When I went home on leave after 6 months, it was jolly fine to feel I'd done a little to make her pleased. It was after I came back here in that awful affair on Baillie Ridge. I knew I'd go mad if I didn't break the strain. I couldn't bear being fully conscious all the time. You felt that before, hadn't you?
Yeah. Often.
As far as I could tell, there were only 2 ways of breaking the strain. One was pretending I was sick and going home. The other was this. Which would you pick up?
Well, I haven't been out here as long as you have. I don't know him.
I thought it all through. It's a pretty slimy thing to go home if you're not really ill, isn't it?
I think it is.
Well then, cheer up! And long live the men who go home with neuralgia. I didn't go home on my last leave. I couldn't bear to see her. In case you realized.
When the war's over, and the strain's gone, you'll soon bounce back. At your age.
I've hoped that. All the time. I'd go away for months and live in the open air. Get absolutely fit. And then go back to...
And so shall.
If Raleigh had gone to one of those other 1,800 companies.
I don't see why you should think.
Oh, for Lord's sake, Uncle! You know I'll write home and tell her I reek of whiskey all day.
Why should he? He's not some sort of...
Exactly. He's not a damn little swine to deceive his sister.
He's very young. He's got hundreds of things to learn. He'll soon realize that men are different out here.
It's no use. Didn't you see him at supper? Sitting there and staring at me and wondering. He's up in those trenches now, still wondering and beginning to understand. And all these months he's wanted to be here with me. Poor little devil.
I believe that Raleigh will go on liking you and looking up to you forever. There's something very deep and rather fine about hero worship.
Hero worship, damn. You know what, Uncle? I'm an awful fool. I'm commanding this company. What's that bloody little prig of a boy matter? He's a little prig, do you see? Wants to write home and tell Madge all about me. Well, he won't write. Censorship. I censor his letters. Cross out all he says about me.
You can't read his letters.
Cross out all he says about me. Now we all go west in the big attack. And she goes on thinking I'm a fine fellow forever and ever and ever and ever.
Come on. It's not as bad as all that. Turn in and get some sleep.
Sleep. Catch me wasting my time with sleep.
Come along, my man. You come and lie down here.
He's a little prig. That's what he is. Did I ask him to force his way into my company? No! Very well. I'll pay for his damn cheek. Get off me! The hell are you trying to do?
You should lie down and get some sleep. You've had a hard day.
Was Hardy coming?
Yeah.
He would go. Little swine. I want to tell him to keep his trenches clean. Dirty trenches.
We'll clean them up tomorrow.
Dear old uncle. Clean trenches up with a little dustpan and brush. I'll make you an apron with lace on it.
Right, that'll be fine. Come and lie down. You must be tired.
Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I feel sick.
Feel all right in a minute. There we go. Comfy?
Yes. Tuck me up, uncle.
Hey.
Kiss me, uncle.
Oh, kiss you, big bird. Get some sleep.
I go sleep. Mason!
Yes, sir.
Call me at 10 minutes to 11. And Mr. Hibbert at 10 minutes to 2. I'm going to turn in.
Very good, sir. The pepper's come, sir.
Good.
I'm very sorry about the pepper, sir.
It's all right.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Lovely smell of bacon.
Yes, sir. I reckon there's enough smell of bacon in here to last for dinner.
Oh, well, it's nothing like a good fat bacon rasher when you're as empty as I am.
I'm glad you like it fat, sir.
Oh, I like a bit of lean too.
There was a bit of lean in the middle of yours, sir, but it's kind of shrunk up in the cooking.
Bad cooking, that's all. Any porridge?
Oh, yes, sir, there's porridge.
Lumpy, I suppose.
Yes, sir, quite nice and lumpy.
We'll take the lumps out of mine.
Just bring the gravy, sir. Very good, sir.
You know that man's getting familiar.
Oh, it's not a bad cook.
I say, do you realise he's washed his dishcloth?
I know. I told him.
Did you really? You've got some pluck. How'd you go about it?
Oh. I wrote to my wife and asked her for a pack of gloves. And then I gave it to him and suggested he tried it on something.
Well, good man. No, he's not a bad cook. Might be a lot worse. When I were in the ranks, we had a prize cook. Used to be a plumber before the war. Oh, we've seen the stew made. Thin weren't the word. Put a bucket full of this stew in the bath, pull the plug, and the old lot will go down a couple of gurgles.
I've took the lumps out.
Good. Keep them and use them for dumplings next time we boil beef.
Very good, sir.
Oh, aye. That plumber were a fine cook, he were. Lucky for us, one day he set himself on fire making the tea. He went home pretty well fried. Did Mason get that pepper?
Yeah.
Good, must have pepper.
Aren't you supposed to be on duty?
Ooh, it is a lovely morning, you know, wonderful. I was up under that old trench on the brick wall just now, and I'll be damned if a blooming little bird didn't start singing. Didn't half sound funny. Sign of spring, I suppose. What's this?
It's your bacon, sir. If you look down straight on it from above, sir, you can see the bit of lean quite clear.
Oh, Lord. That's it, innit?
No, sir, that's a bit of rust off the pan.
That's it, then.
You've got it, sir.
Oh. Got us a chunk of bread, Uncle?
What's it like outside?
Oh, I don't like the look of things one bit.
You mean be quiet?
Aye. Standing up there in the dark last night, all I could think of was the rats squeaking and the stomach grumbling about the cutlet.
Yeah. It's quiet even now.
Too damn quiet. You can bet your boots the bush is up to something. Big attack soon, I reckon. I don't like it, Uncle. I don't. Pass the jam.
It's strawberry.
Is it? I'm glad we got rid of that raspberry jam. Can't stand raspberry jam. The pips get behind your player.
Did Stanhope tell you wants 2 wiring parties out tonight?
Oh, he's fixing up now. My goodness, Uncle. Don't he look ill?
Yes. I'm afraid he's not well.
No, baby, well, it went on like he does. You know when you came to relieve me last night?
Yeah.
Well, Raleigh and me came back here and there was Stanhope, sitting on that bed, drinking a whiskey. He looked as white as a sheet. God, he looked awful. I said hello and he didn't seem to know who I was. Uncanny, weren't it, Raleigh?
Yes.
He just said, better go to bed, Raleigh, as if Raleigh had been a school kid.
Did he? I say, look at that sun. It'll be quite warm soon.
It's warm now. You can feel it on your face when you stand outside there. First time this year. I hope we have an hot summer.
So do I.
Funny about that bird, made me feel quite braced up. Sort of made me think of the garden of an evening, walking about in my supper, after supper, in my slippers, smoking my pipe.
You keen on gardening?
Oh, I used to do a bit of an evening. Had a decent little grass plot out front with flower borders of geraniums, calceolaria, lobelia. You know, red, white and blue. Look rather fine in the summer.
Yes.
Had some fine hollyhocks out back. One year I had one 8 feet high. Took a photo of it. Like to take a look?
I would. By Jove, it's a beauty.
You see that just there?
Yeah.
That's the roof of the summer house.
Is it really?
Just shows the height of the hollyhock.
It does. Isn't it a beauty?
Rather.
I never wanted no stick to keep it straight neither. You keen on gardening?
Yes. Well, a bit. I built a rockery the last time I was home. Cycled out to the woods and gathered primroses and things like that. Brought them back and tried to make them grow in my garden.
Oh, don't suppose they would.
No, they would if you put a bit of moss round.
No, to make it feel home, eh?
Yeah. They'll be coming out again soon if they've got this sun at home.
Oh, I reckon they will. I remember one morning last spring, it was coming out the ceiling, just as it was getting light in the morning. It was about the time when the bush was sending over a lot of that gas that smells like pear drops, you know.
Oh yes, they're phosgene.
That's it. We were scared to hell of it, we were. All of a sudden, we smelled a funny sweet smell. A fella shouted gas, we put on our masks, and then I spotted what it were.
Well, what was it?
Why, a blinking may tree, all out in bloom, growing beside the path. We did feel like a lot of silly poops putting on our masks because of a damn may tree. Oh, Lord. Must get the fat down. Well, I'll better go and relieve Stanhope. He'll cast us out the door. Bet he's got a red hot liver this morning.
I relieve you at 11.
Oh, that's right. You know, I don't like this time of day at the line. The boss has just had his breakfast and he sends over a few whiz-bangs and rifle grenades to show he ain't forgotten us. Still, I'd rather have a bang or two in this damn choir. Oh. Well, cheer all, lads.
Ciara.
Ciara.
Well, what do you think of it all?
All right. I feel I've been here ages.
I expect you do.
Are we here for 6 days?
Yes, that's right. Seems like a long time, doesn't it?
It does, rather. Can't imagine the end of 6 days here.
Well, we've done 12 hours already. It's fine when you can go back down the line to the villas, have a nice hot bath, and sit and read under the trees.
Lord, I feel as if I haven't seen a tree in ages. But a real one with leaves and branches. Yet I've only been here 12 hours.
How did you feel up in the front line?
All right. It seems so frightfully quiet and uncanny. Everyone creeping around and talking in low voices. I suppose you've got to talk quietly when you're sitting in the German front line. Only about 70 yards, isn't it?
Yes, about the breadth of a rugby field.
It's funny to think of it like that.
I always try and measure distances like that out here. Keeps them in proportion.
Did you play rugby?
Yes. Well, mostly repping in school in the last few years.
Are you a schoolmaster then?
Yes. I must apologise.
Oh, I don't mind schoolmasters. I mean, I never met one outside of school.
We do get out occasionally.
Who did you play for?
The Harlequins.
I say, really?
I played for the England team on one great occasion.
What? For England?
Ah, I was awfully lucky to get the chance. Seems like a long time ago now.
Oh, but good Lord, that must have been simply topping. Where did you play?
Wing 3.
I say, I never realised you'd play for England.
Well, tuppence to talk to me now. Anyway, don't breeze about it.
Don't the others know?
We never talk about rugby.
Oh, but they ought to know. It'd make them feel jolly bucked.
It wouldn't make about much difference out here.
Must have been awfully thrilling playing in front of a huge crowd, everybody shouting and cheering.
You don't notice once the game begins.
You're too taken up with the game.
Yes.
I used to get the wind up playing at school, just a few kids looking on.
You notice more when there's only a few. I say, look at this.
What is it?
Trotter's plan to make the time pass more quickly. 144 little circles, one for each hour of 6 days. Look, he's blacked in 6 already. He's 6 hours behind.
It's rather a good idea. I like it.
Yes, he's a good chap.
It makes things feel normal.
He's a genuine sort of chap.
Yes, that's it. He's genuine. How topic to play for England.
It was rather fun.
The Germans are really quite decent, aren't they? I mean, outside the newspaper.
Yes. I remember when we were up north, up at Whitehorse. One of our men was shot out on patrol, just at dawn. We couldn't get him in that night. He lay out there, groaning all next day. Next night, 3 of our chaps went out to get him. They were so close to the German trenches, they could have picked our fellows off one by one. But as the men started to drag the wounded man back across the rough ground, a big German officer stood up in their trenches and cried out, "Carry him!" And our men stood up and carried him back. The Germans even fired up a few lights for them to see behind.
How topic.
Yes. Next day, we blew each other's trenches to blazes.
All seems rather silly, doesn't it?
It does, right?
I started a letter when I came off duty last night. How do we send letters?
Oh, the quartermaster sergeant takes them down after he brings the rations up in the evening.
I think I'll go and finish it now. I go on duty soon.
I say, why don't you finish it in here? It's more cheery.
Oh, it's all right. I'm quite confident now. I've rigged up sort of a little table beside my bed.
Right.
What a foul smell of bacon.
Yes, we've got bacon for breakfast.
So I gather. Have you told Raleigh about rifle inspections?
No.
Raleigh!
Yes?
You inspect your platoon's rifles at 9 o'clock.
Oh, right, I stand up.
I've arranged 2 wiring parties to begin at 8 o'clock. Corporal Bell with 2 men and Sergeant Smith with 2. I want them to strengthen the wire all along the front.
Yes, it is rather weak at present.
Well, every company leaves it for the next one to do. There are great holes blown out weeks ago.
Yes, I know.
Next night we'll start putting a belt of wire down both sides.
down the side.
Yes. If this attack comes, I'm not going to trust the companies on our sides to hold their ground.
Would you like a nice bit of bacon, sir?
No thanks, Mason. I'll have a cup of tea.
Right, sir.
I've been having a good look round. We've got a strong position here, if we wire ourselves right in. The Colonel's been talking.
No. How's he been around?
Yes. He says a German prisoner gave the date of the attack as the 21st.
That's Thursday.
Today's Tuesday.
Let us be around dawn the day after tomorrow.
Yes. Second dawn from now.
It will come while we're here.
Yes. It will come while we're here. And we shall be in the front row of the storm.
Oh well.
Would you like a nice plate of sardines, sir?
I should loathe it.
Very good, sir.
Did the Colonel have much to say?
Only that when the attack comes, we can't expect any help from behind. We're not to move from here. We've got to stick.
I see.
We'll wire ourselves in as strongly as possible. I say, what's this extraordinary affair?
This Trotter's plan to make the time pass more quickly. 144 circles, one for each hour of 6 days.
I wonder, how many hours are there till dawn on the 21st?
I don't know. Not many, I heard.
Well, it's nearly 9 o'clock now. 24 till 9 tomorrow. 12 till 9 at night. That's 36. And then 9 till 6 in the morning. That's 45 altogether.
What are you going to do?
At the end of the 45th circle, I'm going to draw a picture of Trotter being blown up in 4 pieces.
Don't ruin his chart. It took him an hour to make that.
You see the point? He's no imagination.
No, I don't suppose he has.
Funny, not to have any imagination.
A bit dull, I should think.
Rather. I suppose all his life, Trotter feels like you and I do when we're drowsily drunk.
Roger.
I suppose if he looks at that wall, he just sees a brown surface. He doesn't see into the earth beyond. The worms wriggling around stones and roots of trees. I wonder how a worm knows whether it's going up or down.
I suppose, when it's going down, all the blood rushes to its head. Makes it throb.
Worms haven't got any blood.
I don't suppose it ever does know.
Often if it didn't. Kept on going down and before it was coming up.
I expect that that's the thing that worms dread.
Do you think this life sharpens the imagination?
Oh, it must.
Whenever I look at everything nowadays, I see right through it. Looking at you now, there's your uniform, your coat, shirt, your jersey, your vest, and then beyond that.
Let's talk about something else. Croquet or the war.
Sorry. It's a habit that's grown on me lately. To look right through things and on until I get frightened and stop.
I suppose everybody out here feels more keen.
I hope so. I wondered if there was anything wrong with me. Do you ever get that feeling that you're going further and further away from everything? Till you're the only thing in the world. And then you begin going away from that till you're the only thing in, say, the universe. And you try to get back and can't.
Bit of nerve strain, that's all.
You don't think I'm going potty, do you?
Lord, no.
You don't really know, do you, Uncle? You just say you do to make me feel all right.
People who are going potty don't talk about it. They keep it to themselves.
Oh, well, that's all right then. I had that feeling, standing up there in the line this morning with the sun rising. By the way, did you see the sunrise? Wasn't it gorgeous?
Splendid this morning.
I was looking across at the Bosch trenches and right beyond. Not a sound or a soul. Just an enormous plain all churned up, like a sea that's got muddier and muddier, till it's so stiff it can't move. You could have had a pin drop in that quiet. Yet you knew thousands of guns were hidden there, ready cleaned and oiled. Millions of bullets lying in pouches. Thousands of Germans waiting and thinking. And gradually that feeling came.
I didn't know the sun could rise in so many ways until I came out there. Green and red, and pink and blue and grey. Extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah. Hi, Mason!
Yes, sir.
Bring some mugs and the whiskey.
Yes, sir.
So early in the morning.
Just a spot. It's damn cold.
This show at the Hippodrome's been running a long time.
What, zigzag?
It's got George Roby in it.
Harper saw it on leave. Says it's damn good. Roby's pricelessly funny.
I wish I'd seen a show on leave.
Do you mean to tell me you didn't get to see any shows on leave?
No. I spent most of my time building a rockery in the garden. In the evenings, I'd sit and read and smoke. My wife would knit socks and play the piano. We'd pretend there wasn't a war on. Until my youngsters got me involved in a tin soldier battle on the floor.
Dear old uncle. You really can't escape it, can you?
I wish we could fight a war like those boys of mine. You should have seen the way they lured my men under the sofa and mowed them down.
Were you ever spot?
Not now.
You go on duty at 11, don't you?
Yes, I relieved Trotter.
Raleigh better go on at 1. Stay with you for an hour. You can go on alone until 4. Hibbert relieves him at 4.
Right.
What's Raleigh doing now?
He's finishing a letter.
Did you tell him?
About what?
Censorship.
You don't mean that seriously.
Mean it? Of course I mean it.
You can't do it.
Officially, I'm supposed to read all your letters. Damn it all, Uncle. Imagine yourself in my position. A letter going away from here, from that boy.
You'll see nothing rotten about you.
You think so? After you'd gone on duty last night, I heard you go up. I got it. I was feeling wrong. I'd forgotten all about Raleigh. I'd forgotten he was up there in the trenches with Trotter. I just knew something beastly had happened. Then he came in with Trotter and looked at me. And after coming in out of the night air, this place must have reeked of candle grease and rats and whiskey. One thing a boy like that can't stand is a smell that isn't fresh. He looked at me as if I'd hit him between the eyes, as if I'd spat on him.
When you imagine things.
Imagine things. There's no need to imagine.
I don't see why you can't treat him like every other youngster.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Going to inspect rifle?
Yes.
You needn't worry if the wood's a bit dirty. Just the magazines and the barrels and all the other metal parts.
Right, sir.
Oh, and make sure it's plenty of oil on it, and there's plenty of ammunition in the men's pouches.
Right. Where do we put the letters to the list?
Just on that table there.
You leave it open.
Open?
Yes. I have to censor all letters.
Oh, no, I haven't said anything about where we are.
It's the rule that letters must be read.
Oh, I didn't realise it. I think I'll just leave it.
Give me that letter.
But Dennis,
Give me that letter.
but it's private.
Do you understand an order?
I tell you this.
I said give me that letter! Look here! Don't Dennis me! Stanhope's my name. You're not at school. Go and inspect your platoon's rifles. Do you understand an order?
Right.
Good heavens, Stanhope.
Look here, Osborne. I'm commanding this company. I ask for advice when I want it.
Very well.
Oh, that's it. I can't read the blasted thing.
You'll let it go.
I don't care.
Would you like me to glance through it for you?
If you'd like.
I don't want to.
You better. I can't.
Do you want to hear?
I suppose I ought.
Well, he starts off with a description of how he got here. He doesn't mention the name of any place.
What does he say then?
The next bit's about him.
Go on.
He says, and now I come to the great news. I reported at battalion headquarters, and the colonel looked in a little book and said, you report to C Company, Captain Stanhope. Can't you imagine what I felt? I was taken along some trenches and down a dugout. There was an awfully nice officer there, quite old, with little hair. And then later Dennis came in. He looked tired, but that's because of the responsibility. Then I went on duty in the front line, and the sergeant told me all about Dennis. He said that Dennis is the finest officer in the battalion, and the men simply love him. He hardly ever sleeps in the dugout. He's always up in the front line with the men, cheering them on and making them keen about things like he did to kids at school. I'm awfully proud to think he's my friend. That's all. Shall I stick it down?
Yes, please. Sergeant Major.
Yes, sir.
I want to have a word with you. Sit down. Have a whiskey?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I said you wouldn't taste that. Go on, take a drop.
Well, sir, turning warm again, sir. Quite chilly this morning.
Yet.
Well, here's your very good health, sir.
Ciara. Now look here, Sergeant Major. We must expect this attack on Thursday morning at dawn.
Thursday morning at dawn. Very good, sir.
We're to hold these trenches. No man's to move from here. Now it may happen that companies on our sides give way, leaving our flanks exposed. So I want a belt of wire put down both sides.
Both sides? Very good, sir.
Shall we look at the map? When the attack begins, I will take charge of the left, and Mr. Osborne the right. You will be with Mr. Osborne, and Sergeant Baker with me. 9 and 10 platoons will move over here. 11 and 12 platoons to the left.
I see, sir.
Is there anything you're not clear about?
No, sir. Seems all clear.
Anything you want to know?
Well, sir, it's just... Obviously, when the attack comes, we'll beat them off, but... What happens if they keep on attacking?
Then we keep beating them up?
Yes, sir, but what I mean to say is they're bound to make rather a big thing of it.
Oh, I think they will.
Well, then, if they don't get through the first day, then they'll attack the next. And the next. And the next.
They're bound to.
Well, then, oughtn't we to do something about falling back?
There's no need to. You see, this company's a lot better than A and B companies on either side, isn't it?
Quite right, sir.
Well then, if anyone breaks, A and B will break before we do. As long as we stick here when they've given way, we can fire into the Boche as they try and get through the gaps on our sides. We shall make a hell of a mess of them. I think we might even delay the advance by a whole day.
Yes, sir, but what happened when the Boche got round the back of us?
Then we advance and win the war.
Win the war. Very good, sir.
But you understand exactly what I mean, Sergeant Major. Our orders are to stick here. When you're given orders to stay where you are, you don't make plans to retire.
Quite, sir.
Are you there, Stanhope?
Yes?
The colonel's up here and he wants to see you.
Oh, right. I'll come up.
All right, Stanhope, up and down.
Anything else, sir?
I don't think so, Sergeant Major.
Thank you.
Hi, what about that?
Ah.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Stanhope.
Hello, sir.
Strong smell of bacon.
Yes, we had some for breakfast.
Hangs about, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Clings to the walls.
Lovely day.
Splendid, sir.
Spring's coming. I'm glad you're alone. I've got some rather serious news.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Sit down. Will you have a whiskey?
Well, yes, just a spot. Here's luck.
Ciara.
The Brigadier came to see me this morning. Now, it seems for certain the attack's going to come on Thursday morning. We've got information from more than one source, but we don't know where it's going to hit the hardest. The Boche began relieving his frontline troops yesterday. They're bound to put in certain regiments and they intend to make the hardest push.
Naturally.
And so the General wants us to make a raid and find out who's come into the line opposite him.
I see. When?
As soon as possible. He said tonight.
Oh, but that's absurd.
I told him so. I said the earliest would be tomorrow afternoon. Yes, a surprise daylight raid under a cover of a smoke screen from the trench mortar people. Yes, yes. I think daylight best. There's not much moon now, and it's vitally important we get hold of a Boche or two.
Quite.
I suggest taking 2 officers and 10 men. There's quite enough for the purpose. I mean, between here and there, there's only 70 yards of no man's land. Now, tonight, we can blow a hole in the Boche wire, and you can cut a hole into yours. Now, Harrison of the trench mortars is coming to dinner tonight, and I'd like you to come too. Does 8 o'clock suit you?
Very good, sir.
I'll leave you to select the men.
Do you want me to go with them, sir?
No, Stanhope, I can't let you go. No, I suggest 1 officer to direct the raid, and 1 to lead for dash in and call some Boche.
Who do you suggest, sir?
Well, I suggest Osborne for 1. He's a rather level-headed chap. He can direct.
And who else?
Well, there's Trotter, but he's a bit fat, isn't he? Not much good at dashing in.
Do you suggest Hibbert, sir?
Well, what do you think of him?
I don't think so. Why not send a good sergeant, sir?
No, I don't think so. The men expect officers to lead a raid.
Yes, there is that.
As a matter of fact, Stanhope, I was rather thinking of that youngster I sent up to you last night.
Raleigh.
Yeah, it's just the type. Plenty of guts.
It's awfully new to it all, sir.
All to the good, as necessary.
Yes, but it's rotten to send a fellow who's only just come.
Well, who else is there? I mean, I suppose I could send an officer from another company.
Oh, Lord, no. We'll do it.
Then I suggest Osborne to direct the raid and Raleigh to lead the dash in, with 10 good men. We'll meet Harrison at dinner tonight and arrange the trench mortars, and putting a hole in your own wire. In the meantime, you speak to Osborne and Raleigh and select 10 good men to follow them.
Very good, sir.
Better send Osborne and Raleigh down to me in the morning to talk things over. Or better still, I'll come up myself first thing. Yes, it's all a bit of a damn nuisance, really, but after all, it's necessary.
I suppose it is, sir.
Well, so long, Stanhope, I'll see you in it. Do you like fish?
Fish, sir.
Yes, we've had some fresh fish sent up from Railhead this summer.
Splendid, sir.
Whiting, I think it is. Well, tickety-tock, Stanhope.
Sure, sir. Hello. I thought you were asleep.
Just wanted a word with you, sir.
Far away.
Well, look, this neuralgia of mine, I'm awfully sorry, I just can't stick it any longer.
I know. It's rotten, isn't it? Got it like hell.
You have?
Had it for weeks.
Well, I'm sorry, Stanhope. I've tried damn hard, but it's no good. I must go down.
Go down? Where?
I go sick, go down the line. I must go to hospital and have some kind of treatment.
You're going
I'll
to
go right along now, I think.
Here, Hibbert.
I'm just going to see the doctor. He'll send me to hospital when he understands.
I've seen the doctor. I saw him this morning. He's not going to send you to hospital. He'll send you back here. He promised me he would. So you can save yourself a war.
What the hell?
Stop that!
That's a perfect right to go sick if I want to. Then man down, work out an officer.
No man sent down unless he's very ill. There's nothing wrong with you, Hibbert. We're going to stay here and see it through with the rest of us.
Tell you what, I can't. The pain is nearly driving me mad. You want to know why? I've packed all my things. I'm going, but you can't stop me.
Once and for all, you're going to stay here and see it through with the rest of us.
I'll die of this pain if I don't go.
Better die of the pain than be shot for deserting.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I've the right to go and see the doctor.
Good God, man! Don't you understand? Dr. Preston's never let a shirker past him yet. And he's not going to start now. 2 days before the German attack.
If you only knew how awful I feel, please let me go.
God! You little swine! Do you understand what that means, don't you? Striking a superior officer? Never mind that. I won't have you shot. Not for that.
Just please let me go.
If you went, I'd have you shot. But is that? It's a hell of a disgrace to die like that. I'd rather spare you the disgrace. I give you half a minute to think. Either you stay here and try and be a man, or you try to get out of that door to desert. If you do that, there's going to be an accident. Do you understand? I'm fiddling with my revolver. Do you see? Clean. I'm fiddling with it, and it's going to go off. It often happens out there. It's going off, and it's going to shoot you right between the eyes.
You dead?
You don't deserve to be shot by accident. But I'd spare you the disgrace of the other way. I give you half a minute to decide. Half a minute from now.
Go on then, shoot! You won't let me go to hospital, and I'm never going up those steps again, so just shoot at that god!
15 seconds.
Go on, I'm ready!
10. 5. 'Good man. I like the way you stuck that. Why didn't you shoot? Stay here, old chap, and see it through.
Stand alive. I've tried. I swear I have. I've tried like hell. Ever since I came here, I just hated it and loathed it all. Every sound up there makes me all cold and sick. I'm different to the others. You wouldn't understand. The pain has just got worse and worse. I can't bear it any longer. Never going up those steps again into the line with all the men looking at me and knowing. I'd rather die than that.
Try and drop a bit, soldier.
Oh, no thanks.
Go on. Drink. I know how you feel, Hibbert. I've known all along.
Can you know?
Because I feel the same. Exactly the same. Every little noise up there makes me feel just as you feel. Why didn't you tell me instead of talking about neuralgia? We all feel like you do sometimes, Hibbert. If you only knew. I hate and loathe it all. Sometimes I feel I could just lie down on this bed and pretend I was paralyzed and couldn't move or something. Just go on lying there till I died or was dragged away.
I just can't bear to go into those awful trenches again.
When are you due to go on?
Quite soon, at 4.
Shall we go on together? We both know how we feel. Shall we see if we can stick it
I
together?
can't.
Supposing I said I can't. Supposing we all said we can't. What would happen then?
I don't care. Nothing that matters, it's all just so beastly.
Well, supposing the worst happened. Supposing we were knocked right out. Think of all the men who've gone already. It can't be very lonely there, with those good men. Sometimes I think it's lonelier here.
Please, just let me go.
If you went and left Osborne and Trotter and Raleigh and all those men up there to do your work, could you ever look a man in the face again? In all your life? You might be wounded. If you are, you can go home and feel proud. And if you're killed, you won't have to face this hell anymore. I might have shot just now. If I had, you'd be dead. Right now. But you're alive. With a straight fighting chance of coming through. Take the chance, old chap. And stand in with Osborne and Trotter and Raleigh. Don't you think it worth standing in with men like that? When you know they feel like you do. In their hearts. And just go on sticking it because it's the only thing a decent man can do. What about it?
I'll try.
Good man.
You won't say anything about this to the others.
As long as you promise not to tell anyone we're blasted fun kind.
No.
All right. Go and have 10 minutes rest and a smoke. Then we'll go up together and hold each other's hands and jump every time a rat squeaks. We've all got a straight fighting chance of coming through. I intend to come through. Don't you?
Yes, rather.
All right.
It's most decent of you, Stan. Thanks, first off.
That's all right. Thank you, Mason.
Will you have a nice cup of tea, sir?
Can you guarantee it's nice?
Well, sir, it's a bit oniony. But that's only because of the saucepan.
All right, Mason. Bring 2 cups of onion tea. One for Mr. Hibbert in there.
Very good, sir. Will you have a nice cup of tea, sir?
Yes, please, Mason. And plenty of bread and butter and strawberry jam.
Very good, sir.
Well then, Uncle. What's it like up there?
Ah, 2 lonely rifle grenades came across just now.
I heard them. Where did they pitch?
Somewhere over the front line on the left. Otherwise, nothing doing.
The Colonel's been talking to me.
No. About the attack.
Ah. We've got to make a raid up there.
Oh. When?
Tomorrow afternoon. 2 officers and 10 men.
Who's going?
You and Raleigh.
Why Raleigh?
The Colonel picked you to direct and Raleigh to dash in.
See.
Shall we look at the map?
Yes.
Straight across to this sentry post of the Boche, 70 yards. Tonight we'll lay out a guiding tape as far as possible. Then after dark, the top hammers are going to blow a hole in the Boche wire and we'll cut a hole in us.
You'll fix up the men who are to go.
Are you keen on any special men?
Can I have a call?
Sure.
Can I have young crooks?
Absolutely.
And you'll ask for volunteers, I suppose?
Yes. I'm damn sorry.
That's all right, old chap.
Well, I'm the senior sergeant major for volunteers now.
You think, sir?
Keep it on, Mason.
Will you take this cup, Mr. Osborne?
Take the other into Mr. Hibbert in there.
Very good, sir.
I shan't be long now.
Right.
Will you have a cup, bread and butter?
Oh, cut it, Mason. Please.
Just bring the jam separately.
Please.
Very good, sir.
Ooh. Tea ready?
Yes.
Ooh. Why is Hibbert got his tea in there?
I don't know.
Oh, Lord. I do feel frowsy. I had a fine sleep, though.
Right, just coming, sir. Here's the strawberry jam, sir.
Tell me, mother, what is that? That looks like strawberry jam. Hush, hush, my dear, 'tis only Pal, run over by a tram.
The colonel came while you were asleep.
Oh.
We've to make a raid.
Oh,
Tomorrow afternoon.
what? All of us?
2 officers and 10 men.
Who's got to do it?
Raleigh.
Raleigh?
Yes.
But he's only just come.
Apparently that's the reason.
And you're going too.
Yes.
Let's hear all about it.
I don't know anything yet. Just that it's got to be done.
What a damn nuisance.
It is, Raleigh.
I reckon the Boche are already waiting for it. Did you hear about the raid just south of here the other night?
Nothing much.
Well, the trench mortar's gone blow a hole in the Boche wire to let our fellas through. Then in the night, the Boche went out and tied bits of red rag each side of the hole.
Yes. I heard about that.
And even then our fellas had to make the raid. It were murder. Don't this tea taste of onions?
It does a bit.
Pity Mason don't clean his pots better. Oh. This tea tastes of onions.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Onions do have a way of cropping up again.
But we haven't had onions for days.
I know, sir. That's what makes it so funny.
Well, we better do something about it.
I'll look into it, sir.
Joking aside, damn ridiculous making a raid when the Boche are expecting it.
Well, we're not doing it for fun.
I know.
You might want to avoid talking to Raleigh about it.
Why? How do you mean?
He doesn't need to know it's murder.
Oh, Lord, no. I'm sorry he's got to go. He's a nice young fella. What are you reading?
Just a bit.
What's the title? Oh, hang on. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland? Why, that's a kid's book!
Yeah.
You aren't reading it?
Yeah.
What, a kid's book?
Have you ever read it?
No!
You ought to. How doth the little crocodile improve upon his tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, and neatly spread his claws, and welcomes little fishes in, with gently smiling jaws.
I don't see no point in that.
That's exactly the point.
Oh, you are a funny bloke.
The sergeant major's going around for volunteers.
Right.
I'm sorry to hear about the raid, Skipper.
So am I. What do you make the time?
Oh, just on 4.
Hibbert! Was Hibbert asleep when you came out?
No, we was lying in his bed smoking.
Had some tea. Yes, thanks.
I reckon Raleigh would be glad to be relieved. Rotten being on duty for the first time alone.
All right, I don't think he minds.
I shall be up there sometime.
I see. Why don't you turn in? You've been on your feet all day.
There's too much to do. This raid's going to upset the arrangements of the wiring parties. Can't have men out there while the talk hammers are blowing holes in the barbed wire. All right then, Hibbert. Come along, my lad.
Can't understand that little fellow. Who can you?
Who?
Why, Hibbert. Did you see his eyes? All red. He told me in there he'd got hay fever.
Rotten thing. Hay fever.
If you ask me, he's been crying.
Maybe.
Funny little bloke, isn't he?
I see. Do you mind? I'm trying to get a letter off.
Oh, sorry. They haven't collected the letters yet, then?
Not yet.
Oh, well. I'll get one off to my old lady. Just wrote and asked if I've got fleas.
Have you?
Oh, I wish it were fleas. Oh.
I say, Stanhope's told me all about the raid.
Has he?
Just you and me, isn't it? 10 men.
Yes. Tomorrow afternoon, just before dusk, under a cloud of snow.
I say, it's most frightfully exciting.
We shall know more tomorrow. The Colonel and Stanhope are meeting tonight.
Well, you and I picked special.
Yes.
I say.
Mason,
Yes, sir.
are you making the coffee?
Yes, sir.
Make it hot and strong. Ready in 5 minutes. I'll call when it's wanted.
Very good, sir.
Well, everything ready?
Yes, sir. You've no news then?
I'm afraid not. It's got to be done.
I see.
The brigadier says the boss did the same thing to Sam here the other day.
I know, but didn't you suggest we changed our plans and made a surprise raid farther up the line after dark?
Yes, I suggested.
What did he say?
He said the present arrangements have got to stand.
But surely he must
Look
realise-
here, Stanhope, I've done all I can. But my report has to be at headquarters by 7 this evening. If we wait until it's dark, we shall be too late.
Why 7?
They've got some conference to arrange the placing of reserves.
Can't have it later because of dinner, I suppose.
Lots of raids taking place up and down the lines there. With the attack tomorrow morning, headquarters naturally wants as much information as early as possible.
Meanwhile, the Boche is sitting over there with a dozen machine guns trained on that hull, waiting for our fellows to come.
Well, I can't disobey orders.
Why didn't we blow a dozen holes in different places? So the Boche wouldn't know which one we were going to use.
It took us 3 hours to blow that one. How can we blow a dozen in time? Look, there's no use moaning about it now. It's too late. Where are Osborne and Raleigh?
They're up in the south, having a last look round. What do you make the time, sir?
Exactly 19 minutes to.
I'm 30 seconds behind you.
Funny, we checked this morning.
Still, it's near enough. We shan't go till the smoke blows across.
The smoke should blow across quite nicely, I think. The wind's just right. I called in on the trench mortars on the way over here. They'll drop the smoke bombs 30 yards to the right.
Very good. Are you going to stay here?
I'll watch from the trench above, I think. Now bring prisoners back here straight away. We'll need to question them immediately.
Do you not want to take them back to your headquarters, sir?
Well, the Boche are bound to shell pretty heavily. I don't want to risk them being knocked out before we've talked to them.
All right. I'll have them brought straight back here.
There's no good getting depressed. After all, it's only 60 yards. The Boche will be firing into a blank fog. Osborne's a very level-headed chap, and Raleigh's the man to dash in and follow down the Boche. You've picked good men to follow them?
The best. All youngsters. Strong, keen chaps.
Good. You know quite well I'd give anything to cancel please with that.
I know you would, sir.
Have these red rags on the wire upset them?
It's hard to tell. They naturally take it as a joke. Say it's just what they want to show them the way through the gap.
That's the spirit, Stanhope. Ah, well, Osborne, everything ready?
Yes, just about ready, sir. I make it 1:45.
Ah, yes, that's right.
The men are going to stand by at 3 minutes to.
The smoke bombs drop exactly on the hour, and you'll give the word to go when the smoke's thickened.
That's right, sir.
Mason!
Come in, sir.
The men just having their run.
Yes, just as we left. Gives it a quarter of an hour to soak in.
Ah, that's right. Are they cheerful?
Yes, quite.
Do you want to go up and speak to them, sir?
Oh, don't you think they'd rather be left alone?
I think they would appreciate a word or two.
Well, all right, if you think they would.
They're all up in the central dugout, sir.
Right. You coming, Stanhope?
I'll come, sir.
Well, good luck, Osborne. I hope you put on a good show.
Thank you, sir.
And Raleigh, just go in like blazes. Now grab hold of the first boss you see and bundle them across it.
Right, sir.
We only need one, but bring more if you see any hand. And if you succeed, I'll nominate you both for the MC.
Thank you, sir.
Now remember, a great deal today may depend on bringing in a German. It may mean the winning of the whole war. You never know. Well, good luck to you both. And don't forget to empty your pockets of papers.
Oh.
I say, Stanhope, just a moment. Hello. I say, don't think I'm being morbid or anything like that, but would you mind taking these?
Sure. Just until you come back, probably.
Just in case anything should happen. Could you get these to my wife?
You're coming back, old man, damn it. What on earth would I do without you?
Goodness knows.
Must have somebody to tuck me up in bed at night. Well then, just have a spot of rum in that coffee before you go. And I'll see you up in the cell.
Right.
Cherry.
Just time for a small pipe, I think.
Good. I'll have a cigarette.
Have one of mine.
Say, I'm always smoking yours.
That's all right. Now, what about this coffee?
Sure.
Are you going to have a spot of rum, eh?
Don't you think it might make us a bit muzzy?
I'm going to have my coffee as it is.
I think I would too.
We can save the rum for afterwards to celebrate.
That's a much better idea.
How do you feel?
All right.
I've got a sort of empty feeling inside.
That's just what I've got.
Wind up.
I keep wanting to yawn.
Yes, that's it. Wind up. And I keep wanting to yawn too. It'll pass off directly this time.
Wish we could go now.
Well, we've got 8 minutes, yeah?
Oh, Lord.
Your coffee, sweet enough.
Yes, thanks. Jolly good coffee. I wonder what the Bosch are doing over there now.
I don't know.
These rifle grenades can make much noise when they go off.
A bit. Would you prefer coffee over tea?
I do for breakfast.
I prefer cocoa for breakfast.
I'm sorry.
Why sorry? Why shouldn't I have cocoa for breakfast?
No. No, I don't mean that. I'm sorry to keep talking about the raids. It's so difficult to talk about anything else. I was just wondering, will the Bosch retaliate in any way after the raid?
They're bound to.
Shall we?
The time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax. Of cabbages and kings.
And why the sea is boiling hot and where the pigs have wings.
Now we're off. Let's talk about pigs. White pigs or black pigs?
Black pigs in the New Forest, you find them quite wild.
You know the New Forest?
Rather, my home's down there. A little place called Allen Green, just outside Lyndhurst.
I know Lyndhurst well.
It's rather nice down there.
I think I like it better than any place I know.
I think I do too. Of course, it's always different when you've lived in a place.
You like it in a different sort of way?
Yes. Just behind my house there's a stream called the Highland. It runs for miles and miles through the forest. Dennis and I followed it as far as we could.
I used to do a lot of walking around Lyndhurst.
I wish we'd known each other. You could have come with Dennis and me.
I should have liked that. I walk alone.
You must come and stay with us one day.
I should like it. Awfully.
I could show you places in the forest that nobody knows about except Dennis and me. It gets darker and thicker and cooler, and you stir up all sorts of funny wild animals.
I heard there was ruins of villages in the forest that William the Conqueror pulled down to allow the forest to grow.
I know. We often used to look for them, but we haven't found them yet. You must come and help look one day.
I'd find them all right.
Then you could write to the papers. Dramatic discovery of Professor Osborne.
I did go exploring once to dig up Roman remains.
Where was that?
Near where I live, in Sussex. There's an old Roman road, Stane Street, runs straight as a line from the coast to London.
I know it.
Well, near where I live, it runs over Beagon Hill. In recent times, a new road's been cut round the foot of the hill that joins the old road again further on. The old road over the hill hasn't been used in years and years, and now it's all overgrown with grass and bushes and trees growing right in the middle of it.
Can you still see where it runs?
Quite clearly in places.
Did you dig a bit of it up then?
We had permission to dig up a section. It was in wonderful condition.
Did you find anything?
A horseshoe and a Roman penny.
Splendid.
It was awfully good fun digging that now.
Much good. Was it time?
2 minutes. Then we better go up. I wish we had a nice hot bath waiting for us when we came back.
So do I. We're supposed to be having something special to do, aren't we?
How do you know about that? It's supposed to be a secret.
Mason dropped a hint.
Well, we're having a chicken sent up from Noyelle Farm.
I say.
And the most awful luxury, 2 bottles of champagne and half a dozen cigars. That's one each and one spare in case one explodes.
I've never smoked a cigar.
Bound to make you sick.
Say, here's your ring.
Yes, I'm leaving. I don't want to run the risk of losing it.
Oh.
Well, perhaps we ought to get ready.
Yes, right.
I'm not going to wear my belt. Just my revolver with the lanyard around my neck.
I see.
I do hate leaving a pipe. A nice clothes like that.
What a pity. I feel better with this in my hand, don't you?
Yes, it's something to hang on to. You loaded all right?
Yes.
You know, I'm glad it's you and I, Raleigh, together.
Are you really?
Yeah.
So am I, awfully.
We must make a good show.
Yes, rather.
Well then, perhaps we should go on.
That's it.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, miss.
Good luck, Mr. Raleigh.
Thanks.
You won't want me, will you?
Oh, well,
I want to go and see to those men.
all right.
Sonny. We're not going to hurt you.
Mercy! Mister! Mercy!
All right, lad, get up.
Was ist sein Regiment?
Württembergerisches.
Was ist der Nummer von sein Regiment?
20.
Wann kommen Sie her?
Gestern Abend.
Wo kommen Sie her?
Mein Geburtsort?
What's that?
You wish to know where I was born?
No, What town did you come up to the line from?
I do not tell you.
Oh, that's all right. Sir Jim.
Looks like his paybook, sir.
Ah, good.
Lassen Sie mich!
Hey, you let go!
Let me please keep that.
Ah, looks like letters. Might be useful. Anything else, Sergeant Major?
Should be a few oddments, sir. A little bit of string, sir. Little box of fruit drops, sir. Sheet of pencil, sir. Pocket knife, sir. A little bar of chocolate.
We'll let him have those back. Except the pocket knife. All right, Sergeant Major, take him back to my headquarters. I'll question him again there.
Very good, sir. Come on, Sonny, up you go.
Yes, yes. Ah, splendid stuff, splendid. We got everything we wanted. 20th birthday riders. Ah, his regiment came into the line last night. The brigadier will be very, very pleased. We must telephone him right away. It's a feather in our cap, Stanhope.
Awfully nice. If the brigadier's pleased.
Oh. What about the raiding party? Are they all safely back?
Did you expect them to be all safely back, sir?
What?
2 men and Raleigh came safely back, sir.
I see. So that's 8 men and Osborne.
Yes, sir.
I'm very sorry. Poor Osborne.
Still. It'll be awfully nice if the brigadier's pleased.
Don't be silly, Stan. Do you know what happened to Osborne?
A hand grenade. I was waiting for Raleigh.
And he ain't there.
Machine gun bullets, I suppose.
Yes. Yes, I was afraid of that. Ah! Raleigh, my boy! Splendid work, my son! Splendid! I'll get you a military cross for this. Come sit down here. Have a good rest. Yes. Well, I must be honest. Very well done.
Must you sit on Osborne's bed? trousers in French.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
I simply drew myself up and said, "Very well, mademoiselle, have it your way."
And she did?
No, she didn't.
Oh dear, Skipper, you are a scream and no mistake.
I never forget picking up a couple of tarts one night and taking him out to dinner.
He's off again.
We drank enough bubbly to sink a battleship.
It's to float a battleship.
Right, a floater battleship. Then I took him out for a joyride to Maidenhead and did 60 all the way. We danced a bit at Skimbles and then drank a lot of port and muck. Can I be damned if I didn't lose my way coming back? I landed miles from anywhere. So then those two tarts started cursing me like hell. Said I'd done it on purpose. Said if they damn well didn't shut up, I'd chuck them out on the road and leave them.
Hurrah! That's the idea. Treat them rough.
Yeah, shut them up all right. So then I started doing 60 all the way around all sorts of roads. And went round one corner with those two girls' hair on end, and they didn't give me any more trouble after that.
You know, Hibbert, you're the sort of man who makes girls hard to please.
Well, I don't know. I never had no motor car. My old lady and me used to walk. Legs is good enough for me.
You satisfied with legs?
Why am I?
Much cheaper.
That's damn good.
Well then, here's a toast. To good old legs.
Good old legs.
Shanksmare.
Shanks what?
Shanksmare they call them.
Called what?
Well, legs.
Trotter, you're an absolute dream.
You had too much champagne, you have.
I say, I've not shown you these, have I?
No. Where did you get those?
And with you? Look. She's all right, isn't she?
Not bad. She's a bit fat though, isn't she?
I don't know.
Much too fat. What do you say, Trotter?
I don't know. If you ask me, I'd rather have a decent picture of Margate Pier.
You don't understand art. Anyway, there's a lovely pair of legs for you.
Too thin.
Oh, scraggy I call them.
Well,
Scraggy.
Here's the one I like best.
She's all right.
Glorious bedroom eyes.
I said she's all right.
You see that show, Zip at the Hippodrome? Couple of damn fine girls in that. Twins, I think.
I don't know. Seen stacks of shows. Come on then, swallow up that bubbly. Hi, Mason!
Yes, sir.
Bring some whiskey.
Yes, sir.
What, whiskey on top of champagne?
Come on, it's all right.
Don't seem right to me. I feel as if someone's blown me up with a bicycle pump.
You look it too.
Anyhow, that was a jolly fine bit of chicken, and I'd go a mile any day for a chunk of that jam pudding.
Mason, your jam puddings made Mr. Trotter feel all blown out.
I'm sorry, sir. It wasn't meant, sir.
It was all right, Mason. Take it from me. I know a decent bit of pudding when I see it.
It was only boiled ration biscuits and jam, sir. I thought I'd better tell you, sir. This is the last bottle.
The last one? Well, damn it, we brought 6.
I know, sir, but 5's gone.
What the devil's it got to then?
Well, sir, you remember there was one on the first night, and then one on
Oh, for Lord's sake, don't go through them one by one. This'll last till tomorrow morning. Sunrise tomorrow, my lad.
Oh, forget that.
You bet we will. Now then, who's up for a decent spot of whiskey?
Oh, I reckon I'm about full up. I'll have a nice cup of tea, Mason.
Very good, sir.
Tea?
Aye, that's what I want. Decent cup of tea. I'll have just about a spoonful of whiskey, though. Got a touch of the palpitations.
All right, say when.
Whoa, that's enough.
You're up for a decent spot, aren't you, Hibbert?
Yes, I'm game.
There you are.
Just a nice tea. Then I'll go and relieve young Raleigh. Pity he didn't come down to supper.
I told him to. I told him to let the sergeant major take over for an hour and come down to dinner.
I wonder why he didn't come.
That young lad's too keen on his duty. Told me he preferred being up there with the men than down here with us.
He said that.
Yes. I told him about the champagne and the chicken, and he just stared at me and said, "You're not having done, are you?" As if we were going to chuck it away.
I reckon that raid shook him out more than we thought. I like that youngster. He's got pluck. Strong lad too. When he came back after that raid, through the smoke, carrying that bush under his arm like a baby.
Did you see him when he came into the dugout? Didn't seem to say a word.
Well, he's only a lad.
He actually told you he preferred being up there with the men more than down here with us.
That's what he said.
I just hope he gets his MC, that's all. He's just the kid I'd have if I ever have a kid. Strong and plucky.
Oh, for God's sake, stop talking about that bloody raid. You think I want to talk about it?
No, I mean, but after all...
Well, for God's sake, stop it then!
All right.
We were having a jolly decent evening till you started blabbing about the war.
I didn't start it.
You did! You began it! For heaven's sake, stop it!
Right.
Did I ever tell you about the time I met a girl in Soho?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, come on, it'll amuse you. See, I've been out to a dance and I was coming back quite late.
Yes,
so
and it's quite late now. You go on duty at 11. You better go to bed.
It's all right, I'm as fresh as a daisy.
I know, but go to bed.
What?
Sorry. Tired.
Well, perhaps you'd better go to bed.
What did you say?
I was only joking.
I asked you what you said.
I said you'd better go to bed.
Clear out of here! You heard what I said! Get out! Just get out! One gets on my nerves.
Poor little bloke. Never seen him so cheerful out here before.
Doesn't his repulsive little mind nearly make you sick?
I reckon you only wanted to keep cheerful.
Doesn't he nearly drive you mad? I envy you, Trotter. You're always the same.
Always the same, am I? Oh, little do you know.
You never get sick to death of anything. Or so happy you want to sing.
Oh, I don't know. I whistle sometimes.
But you always feel the same.
I feel all blown out now. Here's if it's postcards. Funny a bloke carrying pictures like that about. Satisfies his lust, I suppose. Poor little fella. Oh, well, I'll better go and relieve young Raleigh. Pity he didn't come down for supper.
You realise you're my second in command now, don't you?
Well, you hadn't said nothing, but...
What?
Right, Skipper. Thanks. I won't let you down.
After your duty, have a decent sleep. We must be ready at 5:30.
Right, Skipper. Well, I'll be going up. Give me a chance to cool off up there. It's as hot as hell down here with them damn candles burning.
I suppose it is. My head's nearly split.
There's a bit of a mist rising.
Is that? Mason?
Yes, sir.
You can bring Mr. Raleigh's dinner now.
Very good, sir.
I thought I told you to come down to dinner at 8 o'clock.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You didn't think I'd, what?
I didn't think you'd mind if I didn't.
I see. And why do you think I asked you? If I didn't mind.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, catch your dinner. It's ready for you here.
Oh, it's awfully good of you to have kept something, but I had something to eat up there.
You had something to... What do you mean, exactly?
When I was on duty, they were bringing the tea round, and I had a cup and some bread and cheese.
Are you telling me you've been feeding with the men?
Sergeant Baker suggested...
So you take your orders from Sergeant Baker now, do you?
No, but...
You eat the men's rations when there's barely enough for each man.
They asked me to share...
Now look here! I know you're new to this, but I thought you'd have the common sense to leave the men alone to their meals. Do you think they want an officer prowling around, sucking up to them like that, eating their rations?
Why did they ask me that? They didn't mean it.
Don't you realise they were making a fool of them?
Why should they?
So you know more about my men than I do.
I'm sorry then, if I was wrong.
Sit down.
It's all right then.
Sit down! I understand you prefer being up there with the men more than down here with us.
I don't see what you mean.
What did you tell Hibbert?
Hibbert, I didn't say...
Don't lie!
I'm not lying! Why should I lie?
Why didn't you come down to dinner at 8 o'clock?
I wasn't hungry, I had rather a headache. It's cooler up there.
You insulted Trotter and Hibbert by not coming.
I didn't do anything like that.
Well, you did. You know now, don't you? I said you know now, don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry. Talk to Trotter and Hibbert. I didn't realise.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Anything funny about me?
No. I'm awfully sorry, Dennis. I annoyed you by coming to your company.
What on earth are you talking about?
I resent my being.
Resent your being?
Ever since I came.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't resent your being here. I resent your being a damn fool, that's all. Better sit down and eat your dinner before it gets cold.
I'm not hungry, thanks.
Sit down and eat it like a man.
I can't eat it.
Are you going to eat your dinner?
Good God, don't you understand? How can I sit down and eat that while Osborne's lying out there?
Oh my God. You bloody old swine! You think I don't care? You think you're the only soul that cares?
Yeah, you can sit there and drink champagne and smoke cigars.
My best friend! The one man I can talk to is man to man, who understood everything, and you think I don't care?
How can you when...
To forget! You bloody little swine, to forget! You think there's no limit to what a man can bear?
I'm awfully sorry, Dennis, I didn't understand.
Go away, please.
Can't I just...
Oh, get out! For God's sake, just get out!
Sir.
Yes. Like you, Mason.
5:30, sir. Right.
I was only half asleep. Kept on waking up. It's so frightfully cold.
It's a cold dugout, this one, sir. I've made some hot tea.
You might bring me some.
Right you are, sir.
Take some into the officers in there. Wake them up.
Very good, sir.
Wash and brush up, tuppence.
Hello. I thought you were asleep.
Oh, I had decent sleep when I came off duty. What's the time?
About 5:30. It'll be getting light soon. You better buck up.
All right, I shan't be long. Oh, sounds quite enough out there.
Yes.
Ah, that's what I want. Decent cup of tea.
Nice enough, sir.
Lovely.
I've got a packet of sandwiches for each gentleman, sir.
Very good. You might give me and Raleigh a call.
Oh, I will come up, Skipper. They're getting their things on.
All right. After you've cleaned out the kitchen, you must get dressed and join your platoon in the line.
Very good, sir.
There's a long, long trail of winding into the land of me dreams, where the nightingale... Thank you kindly, Governor.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, sir. Wiring parcel just in, sir. They made a decent job right down to the support line.
Good. Everything quiet?
It's all right opposite here, sir, but the guns are going hard down south. We're not sure if it isn't spreading up this way, sir.
Very likely it is. The officers are coming up in a minute. They'll stand by with the platoons. I must stay here a while in case of Mexicans. I shall come up directly things begin to happen.
Very good, sir.
Are the men having their tea?
Yes, sir.
Let them have a decent drop of rum.
About half again, sir.
Yes.
If the attack doesn't come, sir, how long are we expected to stand to?
We must expect the attack any time up until midday. After that, I don't think it will come till tomorrow.
Very good, sir.
Your sandwiches, sir. Half bully beef and half sardine. Sardine on top, sir.
How delicious. No pâté de foie gras?
What, sir?
No pâté de foie gras?
No, sir. The milkman hasn't been yet.
Go right along now.
Yes, sir.
Get dressed as soon as possible.
Very good, sir.
All ready, Skipper. Want me to go up?
Yes, go right round the line. See everything's all right. I shall come up shortly.
Right, your Skipper. Hello, hello.
Over on Lance's alley, down by the support line.
That's nearer.
You better go up. Give Hibbert and Raleigh a call.
Right, Joe. Hibbert, Raleigh, come on. Well, cheerio, Skipper.
Send your runner down to tell me how things are going.
Right, Joe. See you later.
Cheerio.
It's gone.
Yes, Trotter's gone.
Right. Ciara, Stanhope.
Cheerio. I shall see you out there soon. Hibbert! Hibbert! Come along, man! What are you doing?
You want me to go up now?
Yes, the others have gone.
Got a drop of water.
What do you want water for?
So frightfully thirsty. Got the champagne. Dried my mouth.
Here you are. Had some tea.
Yes, thanks. A bit sweet.
The longer you wait, the harder it'll be to go up.
No,
No hurry, why do you think the others have gone?
what? Trotter and Raleigh.
Pull yourself together, man! What the devil's the matter with you?
Champagne. Dries the mouth up so it makes the tongue feel like a bit of paper.
We're just wasting as much time as possible. You don't think I'm...
No use going up until I feel fit. Let's just have another spot of water.
I'll go right along, sir. I made up the fire to last a good 3 hours. If you don't mind me popping down about 9 o'clock to have a look at it.
Very good. You can go along with Mr. Hibbert. He's just coming up.
I'd like to go along with you, sir, if you don't mind. I'm going to be part of you, right? I want to get lost.
Mr. Hibbert will show you the way. Keep your men along the back wall of the trenches as long as the shells are falling behind. I shall be up there shortly.
Message from Mr. Trotter, sir. Shells falling mostly behind the support line. Minis along the front line.
Very good. Who's just been hit?
Corporal Ross, I think it was, sir. Mini dropped in the trench at the corner just as I come away.
All right. Thanks.
Beginning to get hot, sir!
Corporal Ross hit!
Yes, sir!
Badly.
Pretty badly, sir.
Most of the shells going over it, isn't it?
Most of the shells are done, sir, but the guns are going hard. There's minis and rifle grenades along the front line. There's heavy bombardment, and Lance's alley is done.
Very good. What about getting the wounded down?
It's pretty hard, sir. It's too difficult.
What about forced way?
It's bad over there too, sir.
Don't try that. Take them into the big dugout on the right. Let the stretch bearers do what they can there.
Very good, sir.
All right, Sergeant.
Very good. Raleigh, sir.
What?
Mr. Raleigh's been hit, sir.
Badly.
British shell went through his back. He can't move his legs.
Bring him down here, now.
Down here, sir.
Did you hear what he said? Bring him down here.
Yes, sir.
Have they dressed the wound?
They've put a pad on it, but there's nothing else they can do, sir.
Go on, and fetch 2 men with a stretcher.
Down here, sir, they'll never make it.
Did you hear what I said? Go and get 2 men with the stretcher.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Sergeant brought you down.
Something hit me in the back, knocked me clean over, sort of winded me. I'm alright now.
Steady on. Lie there quietly.
I'm sure if I get up I'll be alright. Happened once before, I got kicked in just the same place at rugby. Soon more often. Just numbs you for a bit. What's that rumbling noise?
The guns are making a bit of a row.
Our guns?
No. Mostly that.
I say it doesn't. It hasn't gone through, has it? It just hit me and knocked me down.
It's just gone for a bit, Jim.
I won't have to go on lying here.
Right. I'm going to have you taken away.
Away?
Where? Down to the dressing station. And hospital. And home. You've got a blight you want.
Can't go home, just a knock in the back. I'm sure if I can. That's hurt.
It's bound to hurt, Jimmy.
What's on my legs? Something's holding them down.
It's just the shock. Number.
That's awfully decent to borrow that time. Feel rotten lying down here, everybody else up there.
It's not your fault.
So damn silly getting hit. Is that just a drop of water?
Sure. Got some here. It's got some tea leaves in it. You don't mind, do you?
It's fine, thanks. Say, Dennis, don't be. If you want to be getting on.
It's quite all right, Jim.
Will you stay for a bit?
Of course I can.
Thanks, awfully. Say, Dennis.
Yes, all right.
You have a light. It's so bright, dark and cold.
Sure. I'll just go get a candle and another blanket. Here we are, Jimmy. Is that better, Jimmy? Jimmy. Jimmy.
Trotter, sir. Says will you come at once?
All right, Broughton. I'm coming.